I am John, Wookiee impersonator, and a Ladrin warlock with the Warriors of the Stars. Along came Jason, my bearded friend. Fabulous secret ideas were revealed to me the day he came to my house and said, "I want to make a podcast!" Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Super Awesome Geek Show podcast. I'm John, the Vintage Geek, your host, and I'm here with Marc, Darth Marc, from the Star Wars toy podcast, Blue Harvest, right? You call yourself Blue Harvest, right?
Yeah, that's the business name, yeah.
The business name? I see.
Yeah.
Marc's got a podcast that you do. Is it primarily YouTube, or do you put it on other platforms as well?
It's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the usual podcatchers.
Sure, yeah, okay. Same with us,
YouTube as well, yeah.
Yep, same with us. I only just recently started doing the YouTube for myself, but I found that works really well. Yeah.
It'll get as many listeners on YouTube as you do actually listening, because the podcast is like a radio show, isn't it? So people just want to listen to it. They're not actually seeing anything.
Yeah, exactly.
As YouTube's only for videos. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but you still get a few listeners, and that's what's good, you know.
Yeah.
You pick up those ones that don't go on iTunes,
you
know.
Yeah, definitely.
So Marc and I got together a while back. I was on his show, and we decided to come back together and do sort of like a two-part thing. So you're going to get part one here, and then we'll link in the description below. We'll send you to part two, which will be on Marc's podcast. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about... We're going to do some of the Force Friday stuff, aren't we? Triple Force Friday, right?
Yeah. Really looking forward to that.
Yeah, Marc's also a really big collector of Star Wars items. And where are you from, Marc?
It's a place called Leeds in north of England.
Yeah, I know where Leeds is.
Yeah. Oh, do you? All right. You'll have to come over sometime.
I've heard of it before, you know.
Yeah. I actually work for a auction house as well now. I'm the Star Wars expert for the auction house, and I do a lot of the valuations on the vintage Star Wars stuff. That's
cool. It's good to have an expert in a position like that who knows what they're looking at.
Yeah. That's why they got me on board. Yeah.
Because I can imagine a lot of times things come through, and they might just think it's a rinky-dink little item, you know. And
so many times you get people that think they see Star Wars and think they're a millionaire.
Yeah, that's true the other way too, you know. Yeah.
I mean, we had a woman come down from Glasgow, which is in Scotland, which is miles away for us. It's probably not as far away for you, but it is miles away for us. It's like a 5-6 hour journey to bring her vintage collection down for the place that I go to is Derby, which is about an hour and a half away from me on the train. So it's quite a distance for me to go down there. But I said I'd go down there to look at this stuff she was bringing in. And I'm glad I did, because it was an amazing collection she had. It was a childhood collection her and her brothers played with. And there was 89 figures, just countless stuff. She kept coming out with boxes and boxes of vintage stuff. But it was all boxed.
Wow.
All had the instructions, all complete. The figures were complete. There was stuff from Kenner Canada.
Wow.
All sorts of stuff there. Some of the stuff I hadn't actually seen before.
Wow.
There was nothing really special, nothing amazing, but it was just an amazing collection.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff I'm sure we'd all love to have in our collections.
Oh yeah, I was like a kid in a candy store. I was like, oh, I want that.
How do I make arrangements to get that? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the auction is at the end of the month, and we're having a big Star Wars auction in December as well.
Do they allow phone-ins from all over the world?
Yeah.
That's cool.
They're delivered worldwide.
Well, we'll have to make sure that all the listeners, everybody on Twitter and everybody knows about that, because I'm sure there'll be a number of people who would probably call in on some of that stuff.
Yeah, www.hansonsauctioneers.co.uk.
We'll put the link in we'll put the link in all our descriptions and stuff.
Live
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Marc, we're here Triple Force Friday. What's it like over there in the UK? How does this work for you guys?
Non-existent.
Really, it just
So
doesn't happen.
one store in the whole of the country that's opening at midnight, and that is Forbidden Planet in London. So I'm not going down there. I'm not going all the way down to London. So
Yeah.
I will be getting up early in the morning. I went to the Disney store, and they said they open at 10 o'clock in the morning, and they've said that it will be in the best interest to get down there early. So there is something special coming from the Disney store. They couldn't tell me what it was, but yeah, there's definitely
Well,
something special coming.
the Disney stores here in the States get the Black Series from Hasbro. Do yours get it also?
Um, they don't usually put them on the shelves, but they seem to put them on clearance. And yeah, they've never seen them on the shelves, so I don't understand what's happening there. It's usually the Elite series they have. So I don't know. I don't know if it's something that they're doing with that this year. I'll have to let you know about that one. But obviously, there's no Toys R Us anymore, and the only toy store we have, really big toy store, is Smith's. I've got in touch with them, and they're not opening at midnight. They did say that from 1 minute past 12 you can order it online.
Okay.
But unless it's click and collect where you go straight in on the morning, I don't see the point.
Are you gonna try to order some, or are you just gonna go to the Disney store and see what happens?
I'm just gonna go. I've already ordered the Sith Trooper.
Yeah.
Which is an exclusive in one of our stores in this country. So online store. So I've ordered that already.
I did the same. I saw somewhere online that had him, and I ordered him. He's supposed to arrive tomorrow, so he'll arrive on the day. So I mean, it's kind of I was surprised they got to ship him out when I got the notice, but I expected it not to ship until Friday. But they did already ship them out, and it's supposed to arrive.
Yeah, it'll come for Friday, won't
it? Yeah. So they timed it just right. But he's the only one. No, I ordered off Amazon. I ordered the skiff, the vintage collection skiff, because I saw that one day was only just $35 US. So I ordered that because it was $5 cheaper than if I bought it in a Walmart.
Definitely, yeah.
So
yeah, I've seen the online the pictures of Walmart and places like that with them already there.
Yeah. I found that all. My job working at Lego has me in stores talking to managers and setting up displays and things. So because of this Triple Force Friday, new Star Wars Lego coming out, I was in a lot of the stores in the last couple weeks, and I saw stuff out early at almost every. There was only 1 or 2 stores of the 20 that I visit in the last 2 weeks that have had. They actually kept held to the embargo. They kept stuff back. There was only 2 of them. The rest had stuff on the shelf early. So, but they were all register locked. I tried a few times, and you couldn't buy them, and the managers would take everything away. They were adamant about taking stuff away. Very strict on it. When they see that,
that's a good thing, really. I mean, in the past years that's happened before, and people have got things before the Friday, and the Friday's not been any good because all the things have gone missing. All the things have been sold already. So it's probably a good thing.
And there's a couple stores that last week I saw. I had to visit them last week and this week. And last week they had stuff out. I helped them pull it all off, put it in the back room. And then this week it was back out on the sales floor. So, and the lady goes, "Well, sometimes the right hand doesn't know what the left hand's doing." So I was whatever.
A lot of the staff have no idea, do they?
Yeah, I think what it is, the night staff, they just get direction to put everything out.
Exactly.
And they got to hurry it up. They got a limited number of hours to do their job. They got to just get everything out of the back room that they can. Yeah. They're not taking time to check every single item and scan it to see what the dates are, especially if it's loose back there from the previous week. If it's no longer in the cardboard box, the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, but
I went to Asda, which is owned by Walmart. When Force Awakens came out for Force Friday, and I went at midnight. I went to see what they had, and they had nothing out. And I asked somebody, and they said, "Oh, Star Wars house down there." I said, "Yeah, I know what it is." So can I see a manager? And even the manager didn't know. There was nothing coming out, nothing. So, I mean, that was back in 2015 when it was actually really popular Force Friday for Force Awakens. So, I don't know what it's going to be like now.
Yeah, I know there's one store that's about 15 minutes away from me, and they never put any product out. They've got a bare spot on the shelf with all the pegs ready to go,
Yeah.
and everything's stickered and ready. And then today, when I was there this morning, I saw the pallet with all the Star Wars right inside the door of their back room. So I know that they have it ready, staged. So I'm going to go there right at midnight.
Yeah.
And if they're not putting the stuff, I probably get there like 11:30, a little bit early, just to see.
Yeah.
And if they don't already have the stuff being brought out, I'm going to ask one of the night guys, because it's also a store that I know a lot of the employees, so I can kind of, because of my job, I know a lot of the employees, so I can kind of be like, hey, Jeff, can you get that out of there? Come on, let's go. We'll see what happens, Yeah. I really, because here's my thing. Let's go through some of our picks here. Like, what are you looking forward to? Because my thing is, I want that Mandalorian 6-inch figure.
Oh, don't we all? I think I want all the Mandalorian stuff.
Yeah.
We don't even know anything about it. We haven't seen it. But it's like the Boba Fett back in 1979. You wanted that figure. You didn't know anything about him, but you wanted that figure. It's like the Mandalorian. It's exactly the same. I mean, the ATST, that is so cool.
Yes.
I want every version of that. I want the Lego, I want the vintage collection. I want everything.
Oh, I got to tell you, that Lego one looks fantastic. When I actually saw the box, had it in hand, it's something else, even just compared to looking at the pictures. I was like, wow, this really does look good. It really looks good.
See, I've stopped buying Lego, but I might start again now.
Yeah, there's a couple sets I think I want to get. Like, I really like the way the Y-Wing and the A-Wing look on this new set too, this new series.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm wondering though, what's your thought on, so how we got the original, we were first told there were 6 figures, I think, in the Black Series that are coming out. We got Rey, we got Kylo Ren with the red on his helmet. Again. Yeah. And then we got, Rey comes with Dio. It's different.
Yeah, exactly. It's different, yeah.
And then we have the red Sith.
It'll still be on the shelves in 6 months' time.
I'm sure, yes. It'll be her and Kylo that'll be everywhere.
Yeah, of course it will.
So we got a Sith trooper that's red. We have a white stormtrooper that comes with the shield and that little baton thing. So there's 4 of them. We got the second sister, and we got Cal from the Jedi Fallen Order video game. And then we had the Jawa and the Mandalorian. So there was 8, right? Yeah, so that's 8.
Yeah, there's
So I just saw that there's Janna, there's Luke Ceremonial, there's Luke Jedi, and then there's a Jet Trooper that might be a Walmart exclusive, I'm not sure. Yeah. And then we saw the girl from Mandalorian. What's her name? Is her name Cat
I've written everybody's name down but hers, and I forgot what it was now.
Kaz Domo or something. Whoa, what the heck?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Really close to that, right?
Yeah, we should have looked it up really before we started, but yeah, it's something like that. But she looks really cool. And
so is that like a second wave, or are they going to come out at the same time?
I think it's coming out at the same time.
Oh, and we got that 3PO with the bandolier and the blaster, and he comes with that little guy, right? The little droid fixer guy.
Yeah, he looks pretty cool. He'll be popular. You've got the Perch Trooper as well. I don't know if that's an exclusive.
That's right. They're from the video game. You're right.
Yeah.
The black Trooper.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they're just all new packaging, the different colours, the white, red, gold for the Mandalorian, which looks pretty cool.
Yeah. So we've got the black and red packaging, the standard. Some of them are going to be slate packaging, which will be all black and gray, right?
Yep.
And then some are going to be white, which is like called the first edition, which I've heard is only at Walmart stores, but I'm wondering. And then we've got that Mandalorian one has what they're calling the carbonite, which is like that goldish bronze tinted with it's supposed to be like shimmery and silvery or something, you know?
That's probably one to pre-order, to be honest with you, because that will fly off the shelves.
Yeah, and then that's going to be like the chase one that people want, because
exactly, it
the
will
Mandalorian's going to come in a standard black box, but the one that people are going to want, they're going to shoot up to hundreds of dollars, is going to be that slate one, you know?
I wonder how many people actually know who he is. People probably think he's Boba Fett or something like that.
Yeah. Well, Gina Carano plays the character, but where's the character? Come on, let me.
Was she in Deadpool? Was she the?
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. I thought I'd seen her before. Yeah. I've just turned my phone off, so I can't go play.
Yeah, I was just trying to look real quick, and it's funny. The cast came up with her name, but not who she's playing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, oh well.
I had a picture of it, but the name was pretty blurred out, so I couldn't really.
I don't want to cycle through I don't want to cycle through 100 pages and make us wait, but whatever. So yeah, I mean that's some of the Black Series stuff I'm looking forward to, and then Vintage Collection.
Going back to the Black Series.
Go ahead, yeah.
The Rey figure, I do believe that sculpt is probably one of the best sculpts I've ever done. And
yeah.
When the reveal came last week and Daisy Ridley was looking at it, I think you could see in her face that she was impressed by it.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you got Oscar Isaacs getting his figure out, and he knew what it was going to be like because I can never get his face right. So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that
was pretty funny.
I really like someone pointed out the outfit that he's wearing in this episode. It's almost exactly the same as what Nathan Drake was wearing in the first Uncharted video game, with the scarf and everything. And I was like, someone put a picture of them side by side, and I was like, holy crap, you're right. Like it's almost the colors, everything. Yeah, that was funny.
Oh dear.
I don't know if the guys actually saw that, or if it's just like that's just the typical go-to when you want to get that Indiana Jones feel or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about the characters. They're bringing in a lot of characters for this last episode, but then I thought, well, they brought in a lot of characters for Return of the Jedi as well, so I don't think there's a problem there.
Yeah. So we'll obviously eventually we'll get Zori Bliss in a 6-inch Black Series, and we'll probably get because it seems to me like there's already a lot coming out, and then what else are they going to add to it? You know, like.
Well, it is because it's triple Force Rider, so there's 3 franchises really, and there's the movie, the TV series, and the video game.
The video game, yeah.
So, yeah. So there will be a lot of stuff coming out. I mean, over the next few months, there definitely will.
Because they'll have to do Poe 6-inch and Finn 6-inch.
Yeah, of course they will.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all the extra characters that are coming out. But they don't really want to know about this. I mean, there's that Lego figure that was in the Millennium Falcon. Nobody knew who that character was.
Yeah, and there's also a named character with I think it's with the A-wing.
All right.
That I noticed on the box, and I was like, ooh, we haven't heard that name yet. Like, is it just a name that Lego gave, or is it like a person that's going to be in the movie? You know, like, or is it going to be just someone who? Is it going to be someone like Paige who gets blown up in the beginning instantly? And you know what I mean? You never.
Yeah, possibly.
I remember getting that A-wing with Paige in it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, who's this pilot? This is going to be awesome!" You know, like, and then she gets killed instantly, and I was like, "Oh, there we go, she's dead already."
That should have been the other way around. We might get a Snap Wexley Black Series eventually.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Technically, he should have already come out. You know.
Yeah, he actually flies the A-wing, doesn't he? This time.
But I mean, it's sort of the same kind of thing they always did with Wedge and Biggs. You know, when we were younger, we never got a figure when we were younger.
Yeah, we had to buy loads of Luke pilots.
Yeah. But I hear now they're making a Wedge Black Series that'll come out sometime soon.
Oh, please.
I
He's
think
my favorite
I,
character.
I feel like I saw a picture. Maybe Yakface shared it or something. Yeah.
Oh, it's
But
about time.
yeah, that would be cool. An X-wing pilot version of him.
Yep.
So I want to ask you something here. So here we go. Let's go into these. We can save vintage collection for later on your show. Um, the Galaxy of Adventures, this new 5-inch line. What do you think of
Yeah.
those guys?
I don't know. I wasn't impressed at the beginning because it's just another product for Hasbro to bring out. Why they can't just concentrate on 2 or 3 products instead of just throwing everything out at once? I don't know, but it is meant to be for the younger age, which I agree with, that we need to bring in the younger kids to start collecting and playing with these figures again, because kids don't play with figures anymore. They've lost their imagination. Most kids, they've got the games consoles and the TVs and videos and Netflix or whatever. I've talked about it before on my podcast. This kids have not got the imagination anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it's when I'm in the aisles, it's like I see the really young kids getting stuff from like that Fisher Price sort of aisle.
Yeah.
You know, and then it jumps to where they're teenagers. You know what I mean? That are like
collecting.
16, 17 that are collecting. And like a lot of times I find them, like there's a couple of people that I see fairly often that they actually they buy them and repaint the figures. Like they cut, they're like, there's these customizing groups that are 16, 17 years old, and they're just like, oh yeah, you got to see some of the photos of the ones I've done where, you know, and it's kind of interesting checking out their stuff, you know. So it's like, yeah, I don't see that. The age where I was when I was playing with them was like 10, 12 years old, and I don't see that age group in the aisles that often. No. I see them in Lego because they do it with their parents. You know, they're like, well, you know, my dad and I do Lego together, you know, so we do that. But it's not as much of the and I wonder, like, they just do it and put it on the shelf, or do they do it and box it up? It's like they don't. I don't think they're playing with it after it's done being built. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a project to do, and then when it's done, it's done. At least that's my feeling. I don't know. I'm not in their house. I don't know. Yeah. But that's the impression I get, you know.
So we've got 5-inch, and then we've got 6-inch.
Yeah.
There's no 3/4 anymore. Apart from the vintage collection, which are collector's items. So there's no 3 3/4 playable figures.
Now, I have been seeing small rumors about a $2.99 line, $2.99 US.
All
right. But from what I understand, I think it's Jake over at Forlom Dazukas was saying that he thinks those are the ones that have movable arms and the head moves, but the legs do not move. There was a series of Marvel figures that they put out that were that kind of thing, and they were really low price point. And he's like, I think that's what those are going to end up being, which isn't the same as your current 5 POA figures. And what I was wondering was, how can they skip that for the last movie? Like, if you were a kid, technically there's a 5 POA line for every movie except the last.
Yeah.
So if you're a kid going through and collecting figures that you would use, you know, like, think about if Kenner did that when we were young. If Return of the Jedi came out and they went, "No, you're not going to get any more figures for that.
Yeah, we're changing
it to the 5-inch or whatever." You're like, what? None of my ships are going to work with the new guys. Exactly. None of my, none play sets. Everything I've got is like useless. Yep. We would have like exploded, I think. You know.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, it's sad, really. I really don't know what's going on at Hasbro at the moment.
I'm holding out hope that there's going to be something, and we just haven't seen it yet. It's just not ready or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think there's going to be a surprise.
I have a feeling they're trying to hit the collectors with this Triple Force Friday, and they're going to let the kids. The kids will get their stuff closer to the movie release. Yeah. That's what I think. Yeah. But I do have to say, I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Yak Face, but one of the guys put on Twitter a picture of the Darth Vader, and I do have to say the 5-inch Galaxy of Adventures or whatever. I might actually get that Vader. I wouldn't get all of the characters, but like the Vader and the Chewbacca, because I have a Chewie collection. I was like, I might get those too, but the rest of them will probably sit for me. I won't get them, but the Vader did look pretty good.
There is a Droids 3-pack which looks pretty good with R2, 3PO, and BB-8.
Oh, yeah.
That looks pretty good.
That's true, too. I did see that. You're right. Yeah, and there's also a 2-pack with Luke and Vader, right? And wasn't there Rey and Kylo?
Yeah.
And then there's also a vehicle, like the Trooper with the... is it a tread speeder? Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah. That looks pretty cool. But the 3PO has got a silver leg.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
So, is it a New Hope 3PO or is it an Episode 9 3PO?
It's got to be a New Hope because I don't think in 9 he'd have a...
Well, no, because he's fully gold now, isn't he?
Yeah.
So.
Well, wasn't he fully gold in Empire and Jedi also? It was only New Hope that he had the silver leg, right?
Now you're asking. I'll have to go back and look at that.
I feel like during the ceremony at the end, when he walked out of the ceremony when Luke and Han the medals, his leg was gold. It's like they fixed it or something while behind the scenes before he went out on the ceremony and polished them all up.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and check that one.
I don't know. I could be delusional. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's not something you notice, is it?
Yeah, it's something we're all gonna have to look up now. Everyone's gonna go to run to their copies and take a look.
Like having his red arm, and then at the end of the movie, he's got his gold arm back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was always kind of put off by how he had to point that out. Like we didn't notice, you know.
Well, they only give him a red arm just for that joke, didn't they?
That's really. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
It's like in Star Trek V when they built that full scene in the Enterprise just for one joke where Scotty bumps his head.
That's right.
$200,000 set just for one joke.
That's pretty much true. You're right.
Yeah.
They never go back there. Wow. I never thought of it that way before, but you're right.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, hey, Mark, it's been about a half hour. Let's jump over to your podcast and we'll continue this conversation over there. What do you think?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, man.
No problem.
Hey, guys, thanks a lot for listening. I want to say thanks to Mark for popping on, having a quick chat with us about Triple Force Friday and the Black Series, stuff like that. And we're going to jump over to Mark's Star Wars Toy podcast and continue our conversation there. So if you guys want to catch up on part 2 and see where our conversation goes, head on over to Mark's channel. If you saw the photo I just threw up, but I got my hyper real Darth Vader in the mail.
Got it?
Yeah, got it in the mail. It just showed up right when I got home from work today. So I have it broken out. I'm starting to look at it, and on the back of the box they have the kneeling pose where Darth Vader's kneeling in front of the Emperor with that big hologram. Oh, wow. And I've heard people say it's difficult to get him into that position. It's difficult to make him kneel just like the photo. So I'm trying to do it, his waist pops off and he falls to pieces. I'm like, no,
No.
But luckily, it's like a pin. There's like a pin and ball joint sort of system. So, like his cape, his waist cape fell off, the belts fell off, his legs.
Oh my
So
God.
it's like I had to like slide. I had to slide the cape through the belt, slide the belt back up onto his waist, push the legs in, and then pop it all back together. And he's fine. It worked perfectly. But I was just like, oh my gosh, did I just break this guy? Like those 2 seconds how to get him out of the box.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was like one of those horrible moments where you're like, oh crap.